Okay, so this is Fester, and Fester came to us as a dead-headed node. I received just this stick right here with this spent node right here. I had intended to tissue culture him, and it took me so long, he actually ended up popping new growth. And for a while, we thought Fester was going to be pretty awesome. He was half moon, very light speckling, and then he just, another half moon, went so freaking white. This was all white. It's all crunchy now. His newest leaf, that's not the newest, the one before, completely white. And here his newest leaf, yet again, completely white. Now the good news for Fester is we still have green on this stem right here. So we're gonna attempt to put him back to somewhere where he's gonna produce more stable variegation. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a cut, see if we can't tissue culture him. My thoughts are in tissue culture because of how white this stem is. He may not take, we may not be able to get a nice genetic pattern out of this, but the piece we'll be taking for tissue culture is going to be this piece right in here because it looks the best for my purposes. So hopefully, this piece right in here. So hopefully, Fester, here you go, right there. So hopefully Fester will do okay for us in culture. He would be our first large form albo. We have deliciosa aurea small form and the large form yellow Maryland. We also have Morticia, our small form albo that is in culture already. So it'll be nice to get this large form in here. And although Fester looks rough, his stem looks phenomenal. He's still very happy and healthy. All right, so here we go. With Fester, he has these really two well-rooted aerial roots. Aerial roots right here and right here. And I'm thinking these nodes right here, these three right here are gonna be great for my purposes. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go right above this aerial root, and then I'm gonna go right here. So this is where I'm gonna cut my new growth, right in between the nodes, or for my tissue culture purposes. Eek. Ta-da! I'm gonna keep this dead-headed for the butt for myself and see what she pulls up. Now I'm gonna wash my hands again because I did get dirty and I don't want to touch that other cut with dirty hands. Because I am taking these inner spacing nodes, I didn't want my hands to be dirty and there to get any bacteria in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the top cut, and I'm gonna do it right here. Right before you hit the node of these last, there's a node hidden under here because this is where you're, and there will be another node there, and you'll get this node and all that, and I'm taking this guy right here. So, right here. All right, so I took that node spacing right here and I put it in the solution. This is a magnetic stir bar. It'll keep the solution stirring. What's in here is distilled water because I want to use clean water. 4 milliliters of bleach. I was trying to think of how much I had actually used. 4 milliliters of bleach and 1 drop of tween 20. Next, we're going to take this and put it on a stir plate back in the lab. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that back there. Okay, so I had a pot set aside for Fester, but it has no drainage. Can't use that. So I'm going to have to go outside. I think I'm going to punch holes in this so I can pot in this pot because I like this pot. I liked the size of it for moving up. So how I sized it was we were root bound in the last one. This one still has a lot of room. And I know myself. I know I'm going to let it go in there for a couple of years. So I always take a look. I mean, we touched the bottom. So it's definitely not too big. But, yeah. So it'll a nice size pot to fill it out. I am going to punch holes in the bottom. All right. And then I am going to reuse the soil as a base for my monstera because it's going to take a lot of soil in here. And I saw nothing wrong with the plant. But this soil is probably a little nutrient devoid. So we will make sure to mix it up with some fresh soil. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do that and then go grab some fresh soil for this guy. Since this is the monstera, it will go in my standard chunky aeroid mix. I do have a video on my social medias that explains what's in that. So as you see, I kind of, let me get my hand out of the way. So I filled the bottom with soil and mixed together some of the old soil with brand new soil. I laid the roots as far down as possible. And now I'm going to go back to my big bin of soil and just top this guy off. And here's what's left of Fester, all tucked in, safe and sound. I am not going to water Fester today because this soil is not dry. There's still some moisture in it. Now, you can't really tell by looking at it because it looks flaky, but when I stick my fingers in there, there's moisture. Plus, I want this all to callus off before I start introducing water and releasing bacteria. All right. So our nodes have been in this solution for pretty close to an hour. I wish I could show you the culture, but we switched the tent to entirely sterile, and I don't know how to take my phone in without introducing contaminations. Here are the 3 nodes that we got off of Fester. 1. 2 and 3. And I put these guys all in monstera because I'm really hoping they grow quickly, because I would like to see what's going to happen with Fester.